online crew, how are you today? We're talking about branding today and some do's and don'ts that you should be aware of. How are you today? This is going to be a really interesting topic. There are so many variables when we talk about branding, and it really depends on a number of factors. So hopefully I can give you some insight today for those of you that are still not really across this, not really sure what to do. You're getting different advice from different people. Your upline is telling you this, mentor is telling you that. You're on your personal profile, you're in a group, you're on a business page, you're everywhere or you're nowhere, and you've got no idea where to start. Those of you that have been around me for quite some time, hopefully you got your branding nailed down, but I want to give you some truths in relation to branding, because there is no one size fits all when it comes to branding, depending on who you are, your length of time in this journey, whether you have any influence or not, whether you have a following or not. It is going to be different for different people and where you hang out. So there's lots of variables, okay? But there are some basic do's and don'ts which I want to highlight on this particular video. So if we've not met before, my name is Helen Martin. Welcome to our crew. We have the most amazing crew here of home-based business owners, direct sellers, those that are in like a business of network marketing where you haven't created your thing. If you have created your thing, this is a different, there's a different discussion for you around branding. But if you don't own your thing, like you've actually got the rights to sell a product or, generate an income from something else that someone has created, entrepreneurialism, direct selling, that kind of stuff, this conversation is for you guys, okay? I'm feeling very festive today. I want to go on a cruise. I want to go away. I want to get on an airplane. I just want to go somewhere. I'm feeling the itch for traveling. How many of you feel like that? And I know we're living pretty well normally here in Australia, especially my state in Australia, and I'm so incredibly grateful, for that and the movement and the freedom, and we can have people around and we can go places, but I got the itch to travel. I haven't been anywhere for such a long time, which is very unusual for me. I think I did 9 trips to America in under 3 years, I think it was, before COVID hit, and I just want to go somewhere with you guys, have a few cocktails, a few margaritas or a gin and tonic, something like that. Who's with me? Who's got the travel itch? Anyway, on to bigger and brighter things. Really, really important for you guys. This is where it really starts to kick in that I'm in Australia and a lot of you are watching from other parts of the world. Which countries are represented here on this live? Would love to know. What's important moving forward from this weekend is some of you are moving into, what did Olive call it? Is it springtime or spring something? I would probably call it daylight savings. And so things change around here. So my understanding is that some of you in the US and Canada are moving into spring something, daylight savings, whatever you want to call it, this weekend, which means my lives are going to be an hour later than they normally are. So this is not UK people, I don't think. I can't keep up with all the time zones around the world, but I still go live at my normal time. But for those in the US and Canada, next week for my lives, and I'm going to have some changes and dates on the branding course for the live calls because that's going to impact that. I'm not going to be appearing at the same time as you're seeing me right now, because your time frame's moving in April when my daylight savings finish and we start getting really cold and you guys start warming up. It'll shift again. So I just want to give massive props to Olive, who helps me with a lot of stuff, with my business here. She alerted that to me today. So I just want to make you guys aware that next week it'll be at a different time for a lot of you in the US and Canada. So just be aware of that, okay? I schedule all my lives in advance, so just look at the time that it says that I'm going live and you'll be right. You'll be good to go. What else did I want to let you know? Coaching community members, you have your exclusive weekly training tomorrow, 2 hours earlier than what we are right now. Okay, so I'm going through organic networking strategies to help you find prospects, so make sure you don't miss that training. The reminder is in the coaching community group. And my branding course, if what we're discussing today rings some alarm bells for you, you really don't know what to do, join me next week and I will work with you for a month on developing out your brand or rebranding maybe something that you've already got. We'll talk about content creation, building your brand. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of that, how you grow wherever you are, all things branding. So the details are up above if you want to check that out. So who's here this morning? Let's say quick hellos. I got Cynthia. Hello, Heather. Christine. Oh, the other thing is, one more thing, sorry, I'll get onto the content in a sec, is my VIP mentorship program, which is open at the moment, which is the first time in 12 months that I've opened it. And the next one is a 6-month program. I'm going to work with you for 6 months closely. If you need weekly accountability, you want high-level training, you want me to review your work, you want some mentor by your side, you want to do some exciting stuff with me, some collaborations and stuff, all new stuff, exciting stuff, I've only got 1 spot left. I'm down to 1 spot left in that program. So message me and just say, can you send me your VIP information, please? If those of you that have got that information, you better let me know, because that 1 spot left, that's it. Okay, it's a pretty cool program and it's just not open majority of the time. So yeah, we got Heather, Christine. Hello, Sophie. How are you? We've got Abdi. Hello, Matthew. Good to see you on. Hello, Julie. We've got Ellie. We got Beth. Hope you're well today. You're looking summery. I'm feeling summery for some reason. Branding is so important for Olive. I love your branding course. So helpful. It was my starting point for a lot of people here, actually. So thank you for that, Olive. Beautiful, sexy, strong women's tribe. Here is exactly what we are talking about this week, ladies. Woohoo! Hello, Hero. How are you? We've got Laurie. I'm feeling bright and colourful. Cherie. Anybody that appears like that, I'm broadcasting in 3 different places today. So my business page, which is public, my free group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. So that's probably where you're watching from. So you just need to click the link at the bottom of the description, which says StreamYard.com/Facebook, and then I'll be able to see who you are, and YouTube as well. Okay. Hello, Susan. How are you? We've got Cheryl. Woohoo! Heather's one of our VIPs. Cheryl's one of our life members. Hello, Sharon. Good to see you here. We got Cindy here as well. How are you? I'm not sure if you've heard, I got your messages and I've replied to those messages, Cindy, just heads up if you haven't seen it. I want to go on a cruise. Let's go on a vacation. You've just been on a vacation, but let's go on another one. But you would have missed Harley's birthday. I know Harley, for those of you that don't know, Harley's my dog. He's my pug. He turned 3 yesterday. Hello, Katie. Great to see you on. Anywhere warm, I know. Yes, I would love to travel somewhere. Hello, Janet, one of our VIPs. Hello, Judy and Bob. Yes to the travel itch. Absolutely. Canada is in the house. Canada is in the house again. Itch for travel from the US. Ready to hit the beach. Katie's from England. Katie's up late. You've got Canada. We have a lot of Canada. We've got UK. We've got all these countries represented. Clocks go ahead 1 hour. Thank you, Matthew, for clarifying that. Cindy's in for traveling. Shall I pick you up in my private jet? Please. Please fly over and come and get me. That's spring ahead and fall back. What the hell does that mean? Spring ahead and fall back. That's foreign language to me in Aussie land. Doing Uluru in May. Oh, we did that Uluru last year or the year before. Amazing, amazing. If you don't know what Uluru is from Australia, go and Google it. People that live in other countries. One of our icons in Australia. So thank you for, I could talk to you guys all day, but I better get onto the content here today because that's what you're here for. So branding, so important in the modern world of the business type that we are in. If you are a bricks and mortar business and you own that business, branding's different. If you created something of your own, like you make mouses or pens or lotions and potions and it's your creation, you own it, you develop it, you manufacture it, different again. I am really concentrating here on branding for home-based business owners. Those of you that are in a business model where you don't own the thing that you're actually promoting and generating an income from, okay? That's what I'm specializing in this particular video. So before we get into the detail of that is where are you building? Are you building on a personal profile? Are you building in a group, or are you building on a business page? Because there are different things to take into consideration there. You should know. If you don't, you're about to know that it is actually against Facebook policies to build a business off a personal profile. So a lot of people get away with it. You probably see people all around you in this industry that are doing things on the personal profile that are actually just not okay, but Facebook's just not picking it up. That is changing, and it's getting stricter, and people's personal profiles are actually getting shut down because people are just so blatantly pushing their businesses. So if you're on a personal profile, you don't want to have everything about your brand or about your business. It's not what it's there for. Your personal profile there is to, show your pictures of what you're up to in your life and your friends and family. But it doesn't mean you can't create curiosity. It doesn't mean you can't tell amazing stories about what it is that you're up to and the life that you're experiencing and the business that you're building and all those kind of things. Absolutely okay. Let people know what you're doing. Share your journey with people. It is not just one power post here, there, and everywhere on your personal profile. It's a journey that you take people on in what you're doing, in this business that you've got. But you can't directly push your business on a personal profile, have pictures of your company and your products and sales and all that kind of stuff. Well, you're not meant to anyway, because it's actually against Facebook policy. So whether you've been pulled up on that yet or not, but potentially not, that is getting harder and harder and harder and harder, and more personal profiles are being shut down for that kind of blatant push on a personal profile. So we don't really want to establish, a full-on brand on your personal profile, but you're not two different people. If you're on a personal profile and a group and a business page, you're still the one person leading the one life, building, the business. So elements of your brand can be brought through on your personal profile. It's okay. But we don't want your personal profile to be all about what your branding message is, because no one really wants to hear it. It's not what a personal profile is for. So it's a balance. I recommend in my training, in my coaching community, that on a personal profile, you pick 5 core topics that are interests of yours. So that might be that you build a business online. That might be, so if you've got a product-based business, let's use health and wellness as an example. It might be, an interest in health and wellness. Let's say you sell jewelry. It might be fashion and jewelry that is an interest of yours. Maybe it's finance, maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's skincare, maybe it's beauty. Like, what is it? That would be one of your 5. And then you could have other personal interests, like how many of you seen Dogs of Harley? Let's try to rephrase that, Helen. How many of you seen pictures of Harley, my dog, all over my social media, personal profile, business page, stories? Like, Harley is, the 5th member of our family. A lot of you know his name. You know what he looked like. You know that he's a pug. Some of you will know that he turned 3 yesterday. Like, it's part of my interest, and you will see him a lot on my personal profile. It's one of my 5 things. Okay, I teach at the gym every Monday morning. I teach a pump class, weights and barbells and that kind of stuff. A lot of you would know that because it's one of my interests, and that comes into my personal profile sometimes. So what's your 5 sort of core things? So you can absolutely have a flavor of your brand. What do you want to let people know about you and what it is that you do? And I've spoken about this before just recently. Just underneath your profile picture on your personal profile is some words. What do you want to let people know that it is that you do? So if you want to let more people know that you're a guru at weight loss or beauty or skincare or, multiple streams of income or building a business online or, whatever it is, use those words to sell that story. So there's elements of a brand that you can bring into your personal profile, but you kind of really should look at it as 5 core topics, and it's a mix up the content between those 5 things. Let people get to know you, how awesome you are, the life that you're leading. And I know what you're thinking. I'm not going anywhere. Life's boring. What do I share? I'm not doing anything. It doesn't take much to take a photograph of your dog or yourself and share something meaningful. Okay. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be an influencer. You don't need to be successful to be able to share some cool stuff on social media. Okay. You go to Google, you learn some stuff, you turn around and teach it. Okay. Simple. All right, it's not rocket science. So that's personal profile. Now let's move on to, and I know this might raise lots of questions, but hang out with me tomorrow because I'm going to go deeper in this, as well as some essential elements, to a brand as well, more so for a group or a business page. And I'll just heads up, I'm only doing 4 lives this week, not 5, because This weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, I'm on 3 all-nighters again over the weekend. So I'll actually still be on my training when I normally go live. So I start at 3:30 a.m. Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, and go through till about lunchtime my time. Then I'll try to sleep during the day and do it all again the following night. So I'll be live tomorrow, but I won't be live the next day. So just heads up on that. So let's talk about like either a group or a business page. The differences between both. Should you, shouldn't you? Lots of people say business pages are only pay to play. I don't believe it. I'm a big fan of business pages. Do you get less organic reach? Yes. Are they harder? Yes. If you do a Facebook Live on a personal profile and a business page where you get more views on your personal profile, yes. There's people that have been hanging out with you for years on your personal profile. Business pages are generally cold market. It takes longer. It takes effort. You got to earn the right to get customers off a business page. So if you're not really into this, if this is just a hobby for you, don't go and start a business page because it requires effort and a long-term strategy, but it enables you to grow influence, build an audience, scale your business, do Facebook advertising if you want to somewhere along the line. There are so many things you can do on a business page that you cannot do in a group or a personal profile. So work out what it is that you want to do. But I mainly hang out here on my business page. I am broadcasting in my group as well. But you won't see me doing all of this on my personal profile because that's not where my target market is. The whole purpose of branding is that you are really, really specific. So this is one of the don'ts with branding. Like either a group or a business page, wherever you're giving the most focus, don't be vague in either of those places. Don't say words like, I help people. What does people mean? Or I help you. What does you mean? You do not want to be vague in your branding message in a group or a business page. Okay, so don't use words like people and you and everyone. I help everyone or I help anyone. No. That's the mud up against the wall, hoping that it's going to stick kind of stuff. The more laser you focused you are on who your target market is and who you're talking to will help you find your tribe on a business page and a group. The reason why some of your groups are not working or some of your business pages are really slow and not getting many results is because people don't know whether they fit there. They don't really know whether you can help them because you're not specific enough about who it is that you're talking to. Here, I'm saying I help home-based business owners. I don't help bricks and mortar businesses. I don't help gardeners. I don't help nurses. That doesn't make sense because some of you might be home-based business owners as well. But you know what I mean. There is a certain target market that I could turn up 5 days a week here and give free training to, and that's home-based business owners that want to bring their business online and leverage modern social media strategies to get to where they want to go. Okay, so I know who I'm talking to, and you guys that turn up with me and listen to my lives, you know that I'm talking to you. And those that don't fit, they don't listen to me. They'll come and they'll go, and that's okay. You want people to disqualify themselves if they don't fit within your target market. So don't use words like I help people, I help you, I help anyone, those kind of things. It's not going to help you build a brand at all, okay? Second, don't have your banner on a group or a business page that is pictures of the ocean and pictures of mountains, and it says, live the life of your dreams. What the hell does that mean? Okay, it's a statement, it's a vision, but I don't know what you do. I don't know who you help. I don't know who you're talking to. I certainly don't know what you can teach me. So when it comes to branding, specificity will help you win. And I know some of you will get caught up with it. Well, which angle do I go? Because I'm in a health and wellness product and we've got beauty and healthcare and skincare and weight loss and whatever. And there's so many directions I could go and blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is why you come and join me on the branding course next week so we can have a discussion about it and sort it out. Okay. Your branding in a group and a business page and a flavor of that on your personal profile is the foundation of everything you do online. We do not want you. So this is the third one. This is the don't. I've got 4 don'ts. So don't be vague. Don't have pictures of mountains and oceans and say live the life of your dreams and that kind of wishy-washy crap. People won't follow you for that. Think of anybody that you follow online. You probably know what they're teaching and what value they bring, and you will show up and again for somebody that teaches you good stuff. Living the life of your dreams, that kind of wishy-washy stuff, that's not teaching anybody anything. Okay, it might be selling a dream, but is the dream actually true, or are they actually telling lies and they don't actually live the dream that they're telling you? Anyway, different story. We don't want you to brand your company or your products. Now, if you have a group that is a specific prospecting group and that's the purpose of the group, that is different. If you are showcasing products in a closed group and that's what the group is for, and the group is a company group, different. Okay, if you have a group where you want a value-based group and you are warming up prospects and you are sharing good value, then we don't want your group to be about just selling some products, because people don't care. People love to buy, but they don't like to be sold to. So you need more than just that kind of stuff. If you've got a dead group, I would ask you, what's the kind of content that you've got in the group? What are you sharing in there? Is there any value in there, or is it all sales-based stuff? Because it gets really boring really fast. Okay. So you do not want a business page, a public business page that has your company name on it. You don't want that in this modern day and age of social media. You are the difference in your business. If you are in this business model where we're talking about direct selling and you didn't make the thing, you didn't own the thing, you're actually selling somebody else's stuff like it's a company stuff, the only point of difference is you. Your products are the same. Your price points are the same. The distribution is the same. Everything is the same. So why should I buy from you off the next person that's selling exactly the same stuff? It's because you're amazing. It's your brand. You're helping a certain sector of the market. I don't care what your company is. I don't care what your product range is. I like you. I need to get to know you. The brand is you. Okay, really, really important in this modern day and age. Now, let me put this into perspective. You might have leaders in your company that have got your company name plastered everywhere. Okay, does it hurt them to do that? No, because they've already got the success. They've already got thousands of people in their team, potentially. They're already making tens of thousands of dollars every month. Can they get away with it? Potentially, yes. Can you? Don't know. What kind of following do you have? How much influence do you have on social media? If it's all about your company and not about the value you can provide people, you need a starting point. If you try and follow what a massive leader does that's earning tens of thousands of dollars every month, and all they talk about is their company, and their personal profile is flooded with just promotional stuff, it can work for them. Success breeds success. They'll just get more successful. It works for them. Will it work for you? How successful are you? People don't care about that kind of stuff. You got to earn your stripes on social media. You've got to give valuable information and earn your stripes to have people buy your stuff or join you in your company. So if you're just starting out and everything's about your company, good luck with that strategy. That's why so many people start and then they stop, because they put all this effort in, they're excited, and they hear crickets on social media because they're not taught the right things about how to provide value and how to build up the individual as the brand. Because people are joining you in this industry. They're not joining you because of your thing. If they don't like you, they're not buying your thing. You are the brand. So the brand is you. It's your face. Your face, not the company's face, not the company's name. So don't brand your company unless in a group situation, it's actually for the purpose of you've got a prospect and you're sending them to a prospecting group where you've got information about your products. That is different, okay? But try not to make that all about selling, because it gets really boring really fast and people just think you want their money because it's just selling all the time, okay? The last one I've already mentioned, don't try to talk to everybody. Really nail down who it is that you're talking to. So is it men? Is it women? Is it families? Is it somebody that's aging? Is it somebody heading towards retirement? Is it a mum? Is it a professional? Is it, who are you talking to? So I'm specifically talking to home-based business owners. I don't identify between men and women. Some people do. Some ladies only want to have ladies that they, talk to online. I like the men. I'm happy to help men grow their businesses online. So it's not part of my brand, but it could be yours. If you're in beauty, you specialize in skincare and things like that, you might want to say that you help women. You help mature women. Those of you that are helping people, with additional funds when they're heading towards retirement because they're so scared of how they're going to fund the rest of their life, that's who you're talking to. People that are, mature age people that are heading towards retirement. Like, who is it that you're talking to? Really nail that down. If you say to me, but my product's for everybody, you don't get it. It may be, but you're not going to be successful on social media with that message. Okay, you may get other people that your product could be suitable for, but to be successful on social media and build a brand, you have to be really specific. Okay, so let's go to some of the do's. I've already said it a million times, be specific. This is the hardest part for people to do because they don't really know which direction to go. And some people are like, I don't really know what to teach. And we've got such a variety of products, I'm not really sure which area to go. That's what the branding course is for if you need help with that, but you've got to be specific about who it is that you're talking to, particularly, okay? That's the only way you find a tribe, because you've got a group of people that got the same similar interests as you, and that's how you get people coming back and listening to you and growing a following. And then those people tell those people, oh yeah, she's that chick that wears the funny hat that talks about social media stuff, so go to her. Oh, that's that guy that talks about personal development. He has some amazing, tips and stuff. Follow him. Like, what do you want to be known for? Really, really important to set your brand around that. So we're identifying who we're talking to is a do, okay? Tell people what you do. What do you do? Do you know what you do specifically? Can you say what you do quite quickly? Have you got your elevator pitch? So what I mean by that is somebody says, what do you do? And for those of you that are already in other traditional employment, oh yeah, I'm a nurse and, I do night shift and stuff like that. But, I've got a little business on the side as well. And you just sort of throw that in because that's about your confidence level regarding your side gig. Like, you got to have that elevator pitch down pat, and you want that in your branding message. So what is it that you do? Mine, I help home-based business owners, my target market, bring their business online and teach things like social media strategies, attraction marketing, lead generation, video marketing. That's what I specialize in. Okay, so I can say that with confidence straight off the bat if somebody says, what do you do? And a lot of people do that. And they say it where I live in this country town, because I mainly work online. I don't go down here to the main street of my small country town and hassle people about my business or what I do. But they're curious. They're like, what is it that you do, like, online? I kind of seen your face pop up on a video here and there, but what do you do? I help home-based business owners bring their business online, teach things like social media strategies, attraction marketing, blah, 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 blah. What's your elevator pitch? And put it in your brand. What is your tagline? So if you're doing live video and you're going live, you've got your elevator pitch worked out. Hi, my name's Helen Martin, if we haven't met before, and I, XYZ. What is your elevator pitch? And that should be what's in your brand of your group or your business page, what you do. Most importantly, though, the third element to that is, what problems do you solve? So many people say to me, I don't know what to say. I don't know what content to put out there. I don't know what my brand is. So just strip it back for a second. What problems do you solve, and reverse engineer that from whatever company that you're in. What does the company do? What does the company sell? And what are the benefits of whatever it is that you sell? Now, you could go product-based, you could go business-based. You choose which area that you're going in, but make a decision and stick with it. It doesn't blend very well for those of you that are trying to do it all when you don't have any influence. So when you're trying to be a health and wellness guru and an online business person, or a fashion person or a finance person, and build a business online, and you're telling people about all of that, it's actually two different target markets. Somebody that is open to building multiple streams of income and building a business online is different to somebody that wants to lose weight. They're different target markets, and you have to be very careful of that in how you brand yourself online. And those of you that are trying to combine it early on when you've got no influence and no following doesn't work as well as when you pick one initially. Now, when you guys get super, super, super famous and you turn into the next Oprah Winfrey, go and brand yourself in 10 different areas. It doesn't matter because people love you anyway. Oprah Winfrey, I've mentioned this a few times here, she'll pick up a pen and suddenly there's none left in America. Because everyone went and bought the pen. She said she puts up a mouse. This is the best mouse. They're buying that. They're buying the shake, the water bottle, the latest and greatest phone. Like when you got influence, guys, you can go and combine anything you want to, and you can have 20 different streams of income because it just works. So please take into consideration where you are in your journey. Are you new with no audience and no influence? Or have you got a lot of success in your business? You've got a really big downline and a team and, a really big network of people. What they do and what you do is going to be different. It has to be, because they can do things that won't work for you. Okay, make sense? So the last one there was, so be really specific. This is the do's. Be really specific. Really specific. I'm challenging you to be specific because most people I work with, the next round of my branding course next week is the 21st time that I'm running that course. I've done it over 20 times. The biggest problem I have with people is they're not specific enough about what they do, what problems they solve and who they're helping, okay? So be really specific, identify who you are talking to, tell people what you do, and tell people what problems you solve, and it's all about you. So it's not the company that does all of that. It's you. You're selling you. You are the point of difference in this home-based business model. Does that make sense to you guys? It's all about you. If you've got fears, if you've got lack of self-belief, if you don't think you're worthy, if you don't like to see your face on live video, work it out. Okay? If you are really never, ever, ever going to do live video, go and build yourself a platform on Clubhouse because they only have to listen to your voice and not see your face. Work it out. There are ways and means to do anything, anywhere, when you are laser focused on what you're doing, how you're showing up. That building your brand is the foundation of everything you do. If you are here, there, and everywhere, people don't really know what you do. They don't really know what you sell. They don't really know what you stand for, and they don't know how you can help them. Good luck with that. Branding is one of the most foundational pieces of being successful online if you want to gain any kind of influence. If you want to grow an audience, grow influence, the bigger your audience, the bigger your network, the more money you're making. But you can only get, more influence and build a bigger audience when you're talking about one thing or a couple of things that relate to each other, okay? Not a million things, okay? I've spoken long enough. I could talk to you about this all day long, but I am going to continue this conversation tomorrow with some essential things that you should have more so on a business page. So stick with me tomorrow. I just want to check in with a couple of comments here. Cheryl, such valuable information as always. Thank you. No worries. Being different is not such a bad thing. Being different is great. You don't want to blend in with everyone else. And you don't want to copy what other people do. People copy my stuff all the time. But that doesn't make them stand out. You've got to have your own flavor, your own personality, your own quirkiness, your own brand to what you're doing, because that's what makes you stand out. So yes, use the basis and the foundation and maybe similar branding to somebody else in the beginning, but you want to strive to make it your own and have your own area of specialty. Cheryl, yes, I'm specific now and got my branding and elevator pitch down pat. Awesome. Work it out. Everyone, let's build that brand. Absolutely. Great value. Okay, awesome. I'm going to leave it there because I've talked long enough already. I'll go back to the rest of your comments in a moment. But I hope this is a valuable discussion for those of you that are newer to the industry. It disappoints me when uplines say to people in their team, don't get distracted by social media. Don't build a business page because it's only pay to play. Just be realistic about your expectations. And if it really is just a hobby for you, what you're doing sort of online, then maybe a business page isn't for you, because you need to put the time and dedication, and the consistency is everything. If you are in and out of your social media journey, so are your results. If you are consistent, put the hard yards in, I promise you it will pay off. Prime example, The one thing I've never wavered in the few years that I've been here, which is not long in the scheme of things, guys. I was in the corporate world. I was wearing a suit every day. I was a general manager in a big association. I didn't know anything about social media a few years ago. So, you know, it can happen. But the one thing I've never, ever wavered is my live videos and giving value. And, you know, last year, multiple six figures in my business because I'm consistent and consistent with value. So it can happen for every one of you, but make your own brand. Do your own thing. But you know, take those do's and don'ts and work with that. But if you want my help with this and you really want to nail this down, and I suggest that you do, whether you use my help or not, just work it out. The offer is there to join me in the branding course. It's such a minimal cost to get this foundational stuff done. And those of you in my coaching community, you get a $50 discount. So there is a discount code for you guys. So do not sign up on that link above. You guys actually get a discount. It's actually cheaper to join my coaching community and get the discount to the course than actually just do the course alone. Heads up, if you want all my other training, that is a cheaper way to actually do it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that's valuable information to some of you. Food for thought for sure. And I will see you tomorrow to sort of continue the discussion on this. So have an awesome rest of the day, whatever part of the day it is for you, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye, guys.